welcome to the final tier list of Winter Anime 2026. I'm gonna go over not just like episodes, but the overall season, how I felt about each anime, including the ones that I've checked out and dropped. Okay, first things first, just to get shit out of order, Chitose Ramen Bottle, I know is back with 3 more episodes to wrap up the season that started last fucking season. Not even winter, we're talking fall. This shit is so dog shit in production schedule, but I appreciate that they're focusing on quality. I hear it's peak. I will cover that when the new season's about to drop. There's only 3 episodes. We're going to wrap up all 3 and release a full season reaction when the new season of Chitose is going to drop in 2026. They've already announced it, so that's my intention with that, okay? All right. Let's go over the anime that I dropped. Obviously, I can't really like rate them based on how good it is, right? Just gonna give you overall opinions. Okay, Vigilantes unfortunately was such a dud right off the bat. It was so fucking sad. It's actually crazy how little motion Vigilantes has. There is no like support from the what's it called, main story MHA crowd. They fucking hate this show, I guess, and it's so sad. I love season 1. I thought season 1 was a solid like 8 out of 10. Knuckle Duster, what a compelling character. Koichi, whatever. But the overall crowd and the world and the setting of MHA is so fun that I had so much fun with it too. Unfortunately, it was not the case for season 2. And season 2 started off with also like a low-key, a boring setup episode in the beginning. Not a very strong start. Terrible way to hook the audience in. I saw some really cool cuts in the building, right? There's a Nakamura cut coming in, and people were really excited about that from the Sakura crowd, but it's just like unfortunate. I don't know. It's probably like somewhere here. I bet it was a good season, right? At the minimum, I bet it was good, but I just don't know because I haven't watched it. Unfortunate. Again, just because I drop a show doesn't mean the anime is bad. When I drop a show, it means what? That the people on YouTube do not give a fuck about this anime. And to a degree, this is a business. If I am making content for people that doesn't exist, what am I doing? Doesn't mean that the anime is bad. It just means that from my audience, that the way the algorithm on YouTube is pushing it to, no one wants to watch, and it's unfortunate. It is what it is. Tamon B-side. I think that this was great. Probably JC Staff at its finest when it's not fucking around with One Punch Man. Right off the drama with One Punch Man fiasco, JC Staff comes in with a shoujo manga adaptation into this anime, and my fucking god, it is quality. It's actually peak maybe. Now, if you're a true fan of the shoujo stuff, it's probably gonna go up there. I had a great time watching it. The reason why this one was dropped is why? Fucking copyright. Womp womp. They will not let it go. It's very unfortunate. Every fucking video will get blocked. There's nothing I could have done about it, so sucks with that. Darwin Incident. This is a meme tier anime. So the first episode we watched was actually compelling. Vegan terrorism. To talk about, you know, the food chain and how this human Z, who's looking down upon by the humans, might be above humanity itself. It was some weird ass free. I thought it was gonna be a comedy anime. It was actually like kind of deep, and I was like, hold up, wait a minute, the writing's kind of fire. Again, another one of those shows where there's just no crowd for it, but it was so ridiculous. I had a fun time watching. I'll put it kind of here, I guess. I wonder how it went afterwards. Mayonaka Heart Tunes. Probably somewhere here. So this, I feel like, got done dirty. A lot of people from the manga community really enjoyed this, or whatever the source material this is, yet the anime adaptation was so fucking mid that it was like womp womp. Very unfortunate. I saw the potential. It could have been one of those, you know, shitty rom-com harem like Shiunji Family that we could have watched, right? Like Quintessential Quintet. I wouldn't call QQ shitty, but like it's gonna be like in that kind of brand of anime, right? But it didn't last long. People were kind of tired of just the adaptation, and it just kind of mid, and they're like, fuck this shit. Womp womp. And finally, this anime. Yeah, we're gonna go to jail. So this one we checked out just for fun, and then this little girl and the orphan guy and how he saw himself in her, and it was an endearing father adopting a little daughter. Wait a minute, she gets big titties, and he sexually assaults people, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know how far it went after that. Anyways, that's just my overall just vibe check with the animes that we dropped. Now, let's check and rate the animes of this season. Also, there was one more. There was a Rooster Fighter. I don't know if it's over here. Rooster Fighter also debuted. Unfortunately, it's heavily hot with like copyright. That's why we dropped it. Let's start with something solid, something strong right off the bat. Sentenced to be a Hero. I put this shit in peak. I would. I thought Sentenced to be a Hero was genuinely a peak anime from start to end. Studio Kai came out swinging as their first anime project, and my fucking god, I think they delivered. Unfortunately, people don't really seem to care that much about this type of storytelling. Maybe there's not enough stakes in the main character, the hero's dying, but I really enjoyed it. Every round is like, you know, a new round of like, oh, demon waves are attacking, how we're gonna, you know, protect ourselves against them. I think what really stood out to me beyond the production value, obviously, is the wide variety of characters in the heroes and how colorful they are. Every one of them just had their own thing, very compelling backstories, right? And how this all just like works cohesively in a team. It was really fun. Xylo, right? The traumatized goddess slayer that was set up, and now he's sentenced to be a hero. He didn't do anything wrong, but people are gaslighting based on what happened with the previous goddess. Or even Dota, right? The way that he was sentenced was so fucking sick. We just thought he was a random drunk femboy. Turns out he was trying to save the royal prince from the chancellor. There's some corrupt shit happening, and he sacrificed his arm to steal a dragon to save them, yet he got sentenced. You know, and so much onward. There's like a conspiracy drama happening in the finale episode. My fucking god, that Kivia cut with the uncle was so good, and I'm glad to see that the finale actually got a lot of attention. The middle parts were kind of slow, but definitely it wasn't bad by any means. It wasn't hitting those main headliner anime numbers, but still, I think Sentenced to be a Hero, solid peak anime. So glad I checked out, and I will absolutely be there for season 2. Overall rating number, I think I gave this like a high 8, low 9, right? Like an 8.5 to 9, 8.8 to 9.3. Yeah, I'd be happy with that score. Solid anime. Let's talk about a shit anime now. And I'm sorry, the shit anime is this. It's mid. It's low-key poo-poo. But the thing about this anime is it's very endearing. It has charm. This is not like Debate, okay? This is not like One Punch Man Season 3, where those projects, you can tell, they don't give a fuck, and it's bad. This is a bit different. Why? Why is it different? Because I could tell, even if it's limited, that they were trying. Why? The background art being like water paint. It feels like some animation aspects are actually trying to pop up. The direction was actually good. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but my gut instinct, right? Just pure vibe check is, yes, it's limited. Yeah, it's poor production value, but I feel like one person was working on this shit and pouring their fucking heart out with limited resources. And now you could say, what about One Punch Man Season 3? That also had limited resources. I get it. But there's like a different way of like cutting corners and trying to optimize for minimum efficiency compared to like something like this. I don't know. It's just like, it's very endearing. I loved it. It was a very charming isekai rom-com. The characters were funny. There's a lot of, you know, cozy vibes. My favorite episode was probably the Valentine's episode in the, you know, in the city when everyone was pulling up and there was like that, you know, the kids that got rejected from Valentine's. They created a monster to steal away all the chocolates, and it's silly as fuck. And the Dark Lightning Master shows up. It's just stupid fun. And the finale also wrapped up the love, actual confession, and then connected the theme of what being a chuuni, just freedom, because I want to do it, right? I love that. It's a nice theme. I put it at mid. It's my charming mid anime of the season. I'm glad that I finished it. And again, it's one of those shows. My intention with these shows is that, right? Hold up. Let me try to bring you some analytics. Because I talked to you guys a lot about the analytics and why it's so hard to like keep going with certain animes, right? If you look at, you know, this anime, if you look at the, you know, the viewership, it's really bad. It's extremely poor, right? But even then, there is a way to farm it. It's actually crazy how in the beginning it started off with 10,000 views. But that's the thing with like any anime in the beginning, when it's crazy enough of a premise, people stick around, and it was doing well enough. And I thought that, hey, I think that it's actually charming. I want to continue with it, and I decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna go all in and just combine episodes, right? If individual episode releases are gonna fuck my channel over, right? Then I'm gonna just simply just combine the episodes and just wrap it up, and we did good enough. Final rating for this is like 6 out of 10. 6 to like 6.5. I can't call this a 7. The direction was great, but very poor production value. Fun story, I guess. Thank you, Assemblant, for the Prime. Next up, Let's talk about an anime that should be fucking amazing, yet it just feels off. And that's Hell's Paradise. I can't put Hell's Paradise on peak. I genuinely can't. There were moments of peak here and there, but something is weird about this anime. Obviously, it doesn't help that the finale ended in a very anticlimactic way, where it's just awkward. It wasn't a finale. It's just like, what are you doing? Is this a setup for the finale? Obviously, that is really going to take away from your overall feeling about the anime, right? I feel like it's Dress Up Darling Season 2, same thing. If it doesn't finish well, then like, you're going to get rated even worse. Now, my favorite moments were probably the Dragon Samurai scenes versus the, you know, Taufa and Jufa episode, right? Chibiemon, Dragon Man, popping off. Fuck, he actually carried it. I think the direction for that was actually amazing, and the villain backstory too. My fucking god, it was compelling. Those two siblings were actually born, chosen specifically for Bochujutsu. So fucked up, and the guy was trying to protect the girl, and the tears, like I actually felt something. And the Dragon Samurai too. Very simple backstory of, you know, try to do too much, you gotta focus on just a little, and the master doing this, and he just fucking gouges his eye out. The aura was there, yet everything else surrounding it, it just felt flat, especially with the Gabimaru stuff. The Gabimaru stuff and his wife backstory, I just don't give a fuck. I genuinely don't. Like, when you say that it's easy to, like, people think that aura is easy to do. It's not easy to do. You have to carry the aura through the battles. It has to be a conversation through the battles, and JJK does an amazing job at that. Hell's Paradise is iffy here and there. I love Shugen and, you know, the new samurai and the ninjas pulling up. They just didn't have time to really do anything. I'm sure they're going to do something in maybe the movie or season 3 to wrap up, you know, this manga, because it's about to end, right? There's a little bit chapter left, but this is Mappa's middle child. It's weird. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? It's just all awkward. There's moments of greatness, yet the consistency is all over the place. And I'm not really that invested into some of the characters' backstories, especially like Gabimaru. For that, I give this anime, it's the production is really good again, but sometimes if the direction of the story just doesn't hit, then I don't really care. I feel like we gotta give it 8 out of 10 though, right? 7.8, 8.3. Like a high 7 if you want to be really harsh on it, right? I don't think this is a mid 7. I don't think so. I think the polish of the animation carries so hard that it has to be minimum like fucking high 7. 7.88, like 7.58, that's somewhere around there, right? It's like somewhere around 8, plus minus 0.5, I don't know. It's kind of there. We'll see what's going to happen with season 3 of the movie. Next up, manga is way better. I agree. I read a manga to get ready for the season 2. The manga is fucking amazing. Next up, an anime that shocked me. Let's think about this. Jack of all trades, party of none, maybe. This should be in good. I think I'll have more fun with this though. Remember, my number rating and descriptive rating are not the same. I can say something is a 5 out of 10, but if I had so much fucking fun watching that garbage, I might put it at peak. Now, I don't think Jack of all trades is garbage by any means. And I think it probably should be here. Maybe I'm kind of going crazy with it. Because not all episodes... So this anime, I think, does a really good job in really dialing into the in-game mechanics of how the fights are done in this like video game world. It feels like the person that made the show is like a person that literally carried his guild in an MMO, and then what? Like fucking got like kicked out of the guild. Also, did I miss a sub there? Thank you, Made in the Biz, for the 6 months. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I love how sweaty they got into the combat mechanics. I love the slice of life rom-com, you know, ecchi fan service here and there. Yeah. It's we've done that, we've seen that, but it's fun. It was consistent. This is also kind of like Sense to Be a Hero, and I think this is a brand new studio, right? Their first project. The climax, right? Well, not the climax, but the peak of this was what? Probably this. Bro soloed. 15k views. Bro fucking soloed. It's actually kind of crazy. And you know what? Like, it was really fun to watch. He actually sold a black dragon. And I think a lot of people are kind of fans of maybe the source material. I'm surprised at the viewership of this anime. It did pretty damn well. I had a lot of fun watching it. The solo hero, you know, aspect of it is actually really hype. Oden just keeps pulling his skills out of his fucking ass. And beyond that, right? After handling like the dynamics of like the banished party, like what I really liked was when the piano music starts to play, the soundtrack, and then Oden is like doing drama, some like Natsuki Subaru Arc 3 shit, like beneath the bridge against Luna. That was like when I was like, wait a minute, hold up, the writing kind of, what's going on? The action was fun, the drama was fun, and then beyond the first round of what? Again, these type of anime, when you do banish from the party shit, what happens? What's the fault? The problem is you are a gimmick. A lot of shows fall flat after you get revenge against the hero party. What do you do then? How good is your world building? How good is your show? What's the characters like? Well, they opened up, like the story actually gets really sweaty. Great dungeons being conquered, the church, right? The other like terrorist groups, like Oden's like memory and gone, and his life like status being dead and basically hidden, and all of that. It's just like, whoa, I like that. And it really sets up a nice future for season 2. I feel like I enjoyed Jack of all trades more than Hell's Paradise consistently. Hell's Paradise definitely better produced, easily without a doubt. But in terms of direction and story and just overall cozy feelings and the characters, shit, I might have enjoyed this. Numeric score for this, I'd probably give it like a hard 7.5 out of 10. Again, lower than Hell's Paradise, but I enjoyed this more. It was fun to watch. Next up, Pretentious. Yeah. Pretentious French movie ass anime. This is what they're calling it in Japan. So the director is Shiba Yugi. You know him. If you've watched Days of My Stepsister, if you've watched this anime, what happens? It's very avant-garde. It's very fancy. It's too intellectual for us peasants to understand. AKA, nothing fucking happens and there's like random fucking cue ball sound effects happening for like 20 seconds to kind of like draw in suspense. And I think that again, Shiba Yugi did a much better job in dialing in that type of direction compared to Days of My Stepsister. Obviously, this is a meme rating. I'm not gonna put it here, right? This is probably, in terms of how much I enjoyed it, probably here. I think it's a good anime. I feel like I should put this numerically like an 8 point something. Why? I feel like I'm pressured because how different it is, how artistic it is. In terms of art direction, yes, I agree. I think that it is definitely like up there. Yet the execution and how it was received by the public, what about that? Maybe I'm just a retard that enjoys McDonald's, you know? And I can't, my flavor profile is too unga boonga to appreciate fine cuisine, right? I feel like it's something like that. So I don't know where to put it. It's like, I enjoyed watching it. I think I did understand the core themes and I explained to you what's going on. The plot of the death games and what's happening outside was actually really fascinating. The characters are actually really well done too. The more I think about it, that first episode was something really fucking good. And I really enjoyed. I actually enjoyed this one a lot. Even though a lot of people are like very like off-put by how pretentious it was. Like that final part, especially with the, what was it? Moigi and Kiara. The fucking, I'm just a gray, you know, bird, whatever. And then the whale that devours all, the monologue. The direction was fucking fire. I'm gonna put it here. I think it should deserve in grade. The more I think about how much I enjoyed this anime, nah, shit was actually really fun. It was. Yeah, no, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it here. And the numeric rating, 7.58, something around then. But even then, I think I enjoyed this more. Why? Because this is chicken nuggets. And Google Gaga Baby likes chicken nuggets. And this is like you know, like blue tuna fucking risotto in fine reduced whatever fucking bullshit and garnish, and I'm like, okay, I you know, it's I don't know. I don't know. I enjoyed this though. I did genuinely enjoy this. Now, what else? The battle shonen of this season. Right? The battle shonen of this season goes to Frieren. Without a doubt. Can you believe that, folks? A transition season. They came up and just slapped in 10 episodes and fucked off to get ready for the Golden City arc, Golden Land arc. And people glazing this shit as top 2 of my anime list. That's how fucking battle shonen this is. We know the drama that happened with it. I'm still setting up Frieren as a battle shonen, by the way, if you don't know. I deadass am. People find my Twitter account and they're baffled. They genuinely can't understand that like that I say shit like this. And then immediately. If you can't follow my humor, you're too stupid. Okay, Frieren, to be serious though, I think it's actually impressive that they came out with such lackluster like story. As in, I'm not saying the story is bad, but if you consider what was adapted, it's not its strongest material. The first half is kind of like fun slice of life, date, we're chilling. I love that. And then Genau Revolte arc, wow. They built that character so fucking well, and I think the execution of that was amazing, and the Revolte fight, beautiful. And then chill stuff, and then set up for Golden City, Golden Land arc, right? That itself, I think is really hard to do. Like the amount that they had to work with, yet they still popped off, it's impressive. This was a transition season. We're getting ready for the next arc. That's a really big one. And I think it was a very solid anime. I put this 8 point something out of 10. I don't know if this is gonna reach the 9s. Now, individual episodes, the Revolte stuff, easily 9 point something out of 10. But the overall season, 8 point something. It was very fun, very solid. I'm glad it came back, and I will be there for season 3. Next up. Drama of the season. Oshinoko. Yup. This shit came out swinging. Every episode fucking heated. Drama out the wazoo. Dark Ruby, Classroom of the Elite, Aqua, getting back on the path of revenge. Akane, you fuck with me, I kill you, bitch. Oh my god. This season was genuinely the best season of Oshinoko for me personally, because it really drove home the main murder mystery plot. Many people don't care about it. I care about it. A lot of people care about that shit too, and I loved it. But beyond that, what? Aqua, Akane. The true identities revealed. Holy shit. The doctor and the patient, bro. Sensei, I'm 16. What? The way that they set this season up to explode for the next, I think the next one's gonna be the final one, right? I think was amazing. Every episode was so filled with heated drama of the lore that I wanted the most, and I think the direction just fucking nailed it. Doga Kobo, Oshinoko, just wow, what a duo, what a combo. 3 for 3. Every season has been fucking peak, and they continue to deliver. Now, there's gonna be a point where shit's gonna hit the fan and crash out, right? Who knows what's gonna happen with the ending, but until then, I'm eating this shit up. It's so fucking good. Peak, 9 point something out of 10. High 8, 8.8, 9.3, like high 8, low 9. Very, very solid fucking anime. Oh my god. Next up. Oh yeah, also finale, the way that they did Miyako backstory, that blew my mind. I was like, shit, I thought I was the only Miyako enjoyer. The way that they did the whole thing, I was like, god damn, thank you. Next up. The solo leveling of this season goes to Face Strange Fake. Don't know where to put it. I think probably here. Okay. Face Strange Fake, I think, had a very explosive, strong start. This also should kind of tell you that even with production issues, scheduling, whatever, Fate name is so strong and the anime is so good that despite the anime, okay, What I'm trying to say is, y'all don't be too fucking disappointed that like Jade Steelball runs fucking on with the production, because Strange Fate had annual releases for a bit and then they came out and dropped the season. It did amazing. In the beginning, I think it was extremely strong in showing you hype, aura, fun. And they kept doing it. And they kept doing it. And then shit got rushed. And then at the end, I realized this is the solo leveling of Fate. Do you understand what I mean? What I'm trying to say is, when I think about Unlimited Blade Works, Heaven's Feel, Fate Zero, the other Fates that I've seen, the character-driven conflicts of ideals and philosophy is so well done in those shows. But with the roster like Fate Strange Fate, like it's already hard enough with one fucking, roster. Like in Fate Zero, they really honed in on Kiritsugu and Kirei, obviously, but still was able to deliver on like even Tokiomi, right? Kirei. I just talked about Kirei and Kiritsugu, right? Kaneth, right? Waver, right? And even Castor in the fucking murder, right? There's like a limited roster of characters, still a roster of characters, but they're able to focus and really deliver a main story with those, right? Unlimited Blade Works, Archer and Shiro, right? And Rin, and so on. Strange Fate can't really do that. It doesn't have time. It's just go, go, go. People show up, and it's a very shallow introduction of their lore, and then domain expansion. You know what I mean? And it's fun. It's very fun, but it's not the vibes that I got from the other Fates, and that's fine. There's no reason for this needs to be like the other Fates. I think this is a great, again, entry point for people that just wanted to watch Fate and see amazing flashy shit, and then take in those themes and maybe watch some other Fate stuff and connect the lore there. That's why I say this is like the solo leveling of Fate. It's fun, it's explosive. It doesn't really focus on like vertical just investment of character ideals and motivations. Instead, it has a very horizontal scaling and tries to hype up each little character, show up here, 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 and that's really fun too. I give this, again, 8.5 to 9. I think it was solid, peak production, one of the best produced animes of this season. I just wish that some of the pacing, some of the cut content would have been more fleshed out. In the beginning, though, I do believe that, like, people were worried about, like, they're not going to tell stuff. Like, dude, they were explaining quite a bit, right? Even, like, the Dead Apostle shit with Jester in the beginning with versus Hanzo and stuff, right? Even though obviously you're not going to get everything, at least they were kind of doing stuff. I feel like a little bit during the Alcides fight, when Alcides pulled up versus Jack, I feel like that's kind of when things started to get a little bit cut stuff and jumping and all over the place. It's weird. It's weird. I'm very excited for Core 2 though, and I'll be looking for that. JJK has a deeper story. It unironically does. Jujutsu Kaisen actually unironically has a deeper story. But that's not fair. It's not fair. You're comparing 3 seasons and a movie versus a brand new fucking Fate that's just introducing random characters. It's not a fair comparison. It sounds kind of counterintuitive that JJK has a deeper story, but it actually does. Okay. Next up, ecchi of the season. Well, there's only one ecchi. Yup. Dude, Loki, this shit might be in peak. Loki, this shit might be in peak, dude. Okay, Chain Soldier Season 2 came out fucking swinging. Different production line. Different studio. Dude, the Kutetsu arc. This was the Shibuya incident. I felt the aura. Bro, when Mira got consumed, bro, this shit unironically was the fucking Shibuya incident. Shit was just popping the fuck off. It felt like Sakamoto days in terms of like season 1 and season 2, or like part 1 and part 2. Where like part 1, it's just like, okay, fan service is nice. Part 2, it's just like, hold up, what the fuck? Wait a minute. Even the production got better. The CG, the overall comp. Obviously, it's not gonna be on the level of these in terms of production. It's gonna be limited, but even then, I think it delivered. The direction of the fight, especially the Kusetsu arc was mind-blowingly high. I thought every episode I was like, it's gonna end now, right? It's gonna end now, right? Nope. Go. It just kept fucking going, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, this is actually crazy right now. I loved it. It was so fun. I'm sure the uncensored version has a lot of fan service and all that shit that you guys can enjoy, and I'm sure that was great too. And I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do for season 3. They're going to be doing what's it called? The 8 Thunder Gods. You know, they were aura farming in the finale, and that was really fun to see. Overall, is anime 8 point something. Solid 8. Give it an 8. Give that shit an 8. Nah, it delivered. The direction was on point. I felt the aura. I felt the aura. Next up. I feel like JoJo's Steel Ball Run is not really an anime of winter 2026, but I'll rate it anyways. She was fucking peak. It's fun. Hype. Great. It's only 1 episode though, and we're kind of waiting, right? Not really much to say other than this shit was extremely solid. Like, the episode was like 9 point something. Who knows what the full season will be, right? So again, it's kind of, you can't really rate this, but shit, it was peak. It was genuinely fucking peak. Nothing more to say. We'll be waiting for the Stage 2 Race 2 drop. Was there any other anime that kind of was like that? I don't think so. Right? That was the only other anime that just kind of came and did its thing and just fucked off. It's just awkward. Next up. You and I are polar opposites. Great. Great. We didn't have much rom-com this season, right? I think this is like literally the only rom-com that we actually watched. Obviously there was Mauna Cartoon, but nah. This is way more consistent, way better. Love the art style. I love the initial pairing, just right away confession happening, right? Tani and Suzuki, they got their shit done, but what really appealed to me in this show was the side characters. Taira, Azuma, Nishi, you know, Yamada, Honchan even, you know, Nabe, Misaka, you know, and the other characters. The side supporting cast of characters, I think, was very good, and I love to see their ship develop too. It's a very feels good, cozy rom-com. Nothing too crazy though, right? Like, nothing too crazy. I was thinking about, like, how good is this rom-com really? Is it that fucking good? It's all right. I think it's solid. It's not. I'm not sure if I would, you know, compare this to like the greats of the greats that I've seen, but came out of nowhere, surprised me, and I had a lot of fun. I would give this, like, again, 7.5 to 8, somewhere in that range. I think it was a solid rom-com, and I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen in season 2. It's gonna be coming. I'll be there. And finally, words cannot describe like how much I love Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, I've said this over and over again, but I can't emphasize this enough. This anime, this series, Gege Akutami the mangaka, like, I worship you. It's crazy how much impact this show has had on my life. Like, I get actual chills even thinking about it. Every episode was movie quality. Mappa delivering godlike fucking work. Industry talents, the best of the best, coming out to, again, adapt another season of this shit. This is not mindless ore farming. This is mindful ore farming. And again, I hate to do this to Hell's Paradise, but just because you have action happening with great production doesn't mean you're gonna have aura. There's that special element. There's that special element that just is there or not. For JJK, it does. It's the pinnacle of anime for me. Unironically, I would put this into one of my, like, if you were to just say, what's your favorite anime? I would just say Jujutsu Kaisen, and I'll be confident with that. Not in terms of like let's say like top 4, right? It's hard for me to like come up with on the spot. Right? People ask me all the time, what's your favorite anime? What's your whatever, right? And I have to really sit down and think. But if you said, what's your favorite top 4? Re:Zero and JJK, I would confidently just throw those two up there in no particular order, just because I know that those animes mean so much to me. The Culling Games Part 1 was so fucking hype. Immediately starts off with fucking movie premiere, right? Zenin Naoya, aura farming, my man Choso fucking doing this shit, Yuji Yuta fight. God damn, it was cinematic. Then the Zenin massacre happens. A little bit of drama with the la 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 cowboy soundtrack, but my fucking god, the Jinichi aura farming moment. Oh my god. Still stuck in the back of my fucking head. Maki is Toji. Hakari, Kirara. I feel like that part was a bit weak compared to the other parts, but still very fun. And the passion and the monologue and the overall just like Yuji Cog moment, that was great. Higuruma versus Yuji. One of the best narrative, story-driven episodes. His backstory felt like some Chainsaw Man movie, widescreen cinemascope, you know, like, what's it called? Like, just explaining his mentality of the justice system and how he used to fight for what's right, but he crashed the fuck out. Yuji comes in with so much guilt that the blood that can't be washed off from the Shibuya incident, and he becomes exonerated in the fight with Higuruma, as Higuruma also sees the light within himself and it's back. It's fucking high. Nyan 41 coming in with the crazy fucking fights like that, bro. The fight choreography and the overall direction, just fucking amazing. Reggie versus fucking Megumi. There's a shadow above me too. And his death, Reggie's death, and the classical music that plays, the direction of that scene. I barely knew this guy. I started crying. Like, do you know how crazy that is? For like, do you know how hard it is to bring a random fucking character that you know nothing about? They just start fighting and he dies. And I start crying. That doesn't just happen. This is what I mean by aura, by direction. This shit is hard to pull off genuinely, right? Thank you, Eddie Wallens, for the 7 months. So fucking amazing. Reggie at the end of the day was a good sport, and he goes off giving Megumi all the points. He's just a spectator, and he want to see what's the fun thing that's gonna happen, and Megumi walks off. That was so fucking hype. And then, of course, the triple domain expansion, Yuta Kaisen, bro. That episode, gonna be really hard to beat. I think that JJK, even though the season has just, this year has just started and only one season is completed, how the fuck are you gonna top this? This shit's gonna beat everything in Crunchyroll Anime Awards next year. It will. Unless they don't allow it, like Soul Loving Season 2. But we'll talk about that later. But JJK, the highest rating I could give. It is, not only is the production value on that movie tier, but again, the story and how much I fuck with it. Like, I literally did a full rewatch, and it's just, I connect with the story so much. The meme culture, the overall community, the fucking power scaling, the story too, bro. The story is actually so fucking good. So many people say this is Unga Bunga, no story. It is not. You're just not understanding or choosing to ignoring the story. JJK is my anime of the season. Probably it's gonna be anime of the year unless ReZero does something with season 4, because holy fuck, this is mind-blowing. And that's pretty much it. There was no real good anime here, huh? All right, now let's do a recalibration. This is the part where I'm going to be really pretentious and snobby, and I don't know. All my vibe rating is gonna go out the window, all right? So, boom, pretentious French anime. Yeah, get the fuck down here, pussy. Fuck you. Next up, mid, garbage, just banish from the party. What else should be there? Maybe this shit down here too. What else should be demoted? Fuck you, Frieren. Sentence to be a hero was kind of these three, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's how to do it. Yep. If I really wanted to be, and you know what? No, Chain Soldier was actually fucking amazing though. That shit was actually fucking heavy. I'll put this shit here. Like, this might be in the good. This might be in the great. It's crazy this fucking sneaked up here. Yeah. This is my, like, what's it called? Mask off, pretentious, like, no vibe, just fuck you rating at the end. See you next time.